Do you like my mincery machine? Alright, I gotta park this real quick. I'm Mint Salad, and I saw the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo episode 9, Scooby in Kwackyland. It is directed by Ray Patterson, written by Tom Ruegger. If you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts, and we're following Scooby-Doo reading a bunch of comics, his favorite being Platypus Duck. There's a ghost that looks kind of like a furry, not gonna lie, and they're trapped inside a bunch of comic books. And I like this episode because it reminds me of a thing that I watched when I was really young. It was the Tim and Turner TV episode where they go in between a bunch of the channels. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, obviously this is earlier, so they must be taking inspiration for something like this, or maybe it's parallel thought. But I really like how they're in comic books and their specific setting, and they actually go through a bunch of different comic books, which is really cool. The only way they can get out of here is to capture the ghost that has put them in the comic book, and I really like how they have different settings, like they're on a boat and they're sailing off in the blue seas, and then they eventually come up to the edge of the page and they can see that it's the edge of the page. I'm like, how can they see it? What does it look like in their perspective? Flim Flam's like, oh my goodness, we're at the end of the page. We're gonna go into the next setting. And then they fling, right? It's kind of momentum, and I really like that. It was really animated, cool, and I like the colors and the different art styles because it's different comic books. Scooby-Doo and gang stay very consistent in the art style, but the people are different art styles depending on the different comic books, and the colors are colored differently, more vibrant, more saturated, less vice versa, whatever. It's awesome. The difference and variation of style is really cool, and it makes me think, oh man, Scooby-Doo, they can do a lot. There's a lot you can do with this format. Take a group of kids, meddling kids, put a dog in there. Very slapsticky dog, has huge personality, everyone loves the dog. Put them in different settings. Face them up against a bunch of different villains. That is the perfect formula. That's why Scooby-Doo has gone for so many years. I feel like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo is a very wacky series, very experimental. Scooby-Doo has to employ the help of Platypus Duck, his favorite character ever, and he has to fight against this ghost until they can have it, so the ghost goes into the machine, and then they escape, and they're like, oh my goodness, we did it! This is so amazing, and I love it. This episode had so much personality. The plot was pretty straightforward, too, and I just like how the experimental stuff was in the framing of the comic book world, and we have a bunch of different cool ideas and characters involved, all done in the structure of the Scooby-Doo, so you don't feel weirded out because you have a consistent core, the Scooby-Doo gang. They're consistently there, so even if you explore weird worlds, you still have the Scooby-Doo gang to rely on, and they have very specific character traits that you'll know how they'll react to a situation, but you want to see it done themselves, that you want to see them react. You want to see them do the reacting. Overall, this is a very solid episode. Solid character showing. I feel like Flim Flam appears a little bit less in this than the other ones. However, Flim Flam, he is a good survivor. He knows how to survive all types of lives and settings and terrains in social situations. Flam Flam knows how to do it all. He's an adaptable kid. He's not trying to scam anyone in this episode per se, but he is very good at adapting to situations. Flim Flam, you might have disappointed me in the past, but you're my new friend again. Can we be pals, Flim Flam? Come on, it's the 9th episode. I only kind of disliked you for a few episodes, alright, Flim Flam? Please be my friend. Anyway, this is a good episode. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this. If you've seen this series, then tell me what you think. But if you haven't, I don't know, just take a gander. Their episodes are only about 25 minutes long. And there's only 13 episodes, so you can watch it in one sitting and it'll be good. I gotta give this episode, it's a solid 7 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform really likes at $20 Dinos, patreon.com/ASEPresents, 1 movie review per 1 month. Go to this link to support the daily grind, some of them daily movies, so you're here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad. I'll see you later on my Stock Croutons Baked Bits. Adios. Bam. Woo. Bye.